Okay, we're going to do some little demonstration here on how you can prepare some sanitary wipes. My lovely wife Kelly was able to score some antibacterial hand wipes from her boss. They paid about $860 for this, I understand, on the black market. Turns out this is probably not what you want to be using for a virus. Antibacterial wipes have a different mechanism than you need for viruses, according to an article that I read on a friend of mine's Facebook page, Beth Stapleton Marable from my high school days, posted some information on how you want to try to clean for a virus. And what it said was viruses are basically, I think it said it was a protein wrapped in a fat layer, and the fat is a protection for the protein, and if you can break down that fat you can disable or kill the virus. So that's what soap does. Soap, just like when you're cleaning your dishes, it removes the fat. It's a surfactant that can basically help loosen the fat and remove it from whatever you're washing. Other things will remove fat as well. Alcohol in the right concentration will dissolve the fat. Clorox, or chlorine bleach, is an oxidizer, and it'll break down the fat as well. I guess it actually is a chemical reaction that oxidizes the fat. This is a chlorine-free bleach called Color Load from Clorox. It uses hydrogen peroxide instead of chlorine, and that's a little easier on clothing, upholstery, things like that. So that's what I'm going to use to make my own wipes. I've already made some here. This isn't the first take. I keep screwing things up. So what I did to start off with is I took a roll of paper towels, and maybe I'll resurrect that. I cut a roll of paper towels in half using a serrated knife from the kitchen. I'll have to return that. This is really for cutting bread, I think, but it worked pretty well for cutting through the paper towels. Something with fairly fine teeth is probably what you want to use. And then I cut these, I separated these paper towels into pieces. I found that if I left them all attached together, it was hard to get just one sheet out without dragging the whole mess out of the bag. So as it turns out, if you cut the paper towel in half and you're using one of these, it's not the full length sheet, it's, you know, the kind that are kind of half sheets. It gives you a piece that'll fit right into a 1-quart Ziploc baggie. So I have another baggie here. I diluted the chlorine 50%, so it's half water, half, it's not chlorine, hydrogen peroxide. I don't know, that may be even more potent than you need for this. You can probably dilute it even more. But if you, it doesn't take but a minute to tear off a few of these. You don't have to do a whole bunch, I don't think. You know, just do as many as you might use in a day or something, and you can reload it. But maybe in a future video we'll figure out how to make a dispenser for these, and it'll be even slicker. Right now what you'd have to do is open the Ziploc baggie every time. So we stack them all up. And I would just go ahead and put them in the bag. And these paper towels are pretty absorbent. They hold a lot of liquid, but you don't need them to be dripping wet. So I slip them down in there, make sure that you've got them far enough in that you can fully zip it, and then just pour your diluted bleach into that bag, and I pour just a little in there and disinfect my table saw, huh? So you can kind of work the liquid into the paper towel. You may wind up with more in there than you need. I usually do, so I pour back what I don't need to saturate it. And there you have it. Just put those away, or put them in your purse, put them in your fanny pack, roll them up, put them in your pocket, whatever you need to do. Then when you need to clean something off, maybe a door handle, a gas pump, credit card machine, you can pull out one single paper towel. You could wash your hands or whatever it is you want to sanitize, and you're good to go. Just like store-bought. These are not biodegradable, so make sure, well, I say they're not they take a long time to degrade, so don't put them down the sanitary sewer. You need to put them in a trash can and do your part. That'll help keep us safe.